Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on Bocage? Was it Bayeux? It's Bayeux. In these, we got Orangepest, most orange of pests, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin, here with the 2nd Guards Tank Corps with airborne troops, Soviet Shock Army, and Urban Defence. In the west, it is Kerr 141, fighting for the Oberkommand West Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the 1st Panzer Division with Grand Offensive Elite Armored and Scavenge. Full-screen Kubelwagen versus WN's into Special Drive Command here for Orangepest, and as always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters and their tireless support of the Propagandacast, supporting the war effort. So big thanks to all those. Other people join the links by Patreon, or they can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. And if you're considering pre-ordering Companies 3, you can do so via the link in the video description, in which case you can use the COH2 3G alongside it, in which case I get a part of the sale there. So that's a nice way to get Companies 3 and support the Propagandacast at the same time. Brilliant, isn't it? And also, comment, like, share, subscribe. So, skirmishing here, engineers push back with the Sturmpionier and the Kubelwagen as Kerr. Their strikes hard here at Orangepest. Initial push here to the North Fuel. A dashing push here by Kerr. We got the penal troopers out here for Orangepest, followed up with the scout car, the M3A1, and the Strafbad here, Strafnicki. Fun fact, the Germans also use penal troopers in the war, but they just don't get as much attention for it. But it's a sort of interesting note there. Sturmpionier moving back the Grand Northern point of the Kubelwagen. Scout car almost on there for Orangepest. Was typically used as part of the Razvedki or reconnaissance units in the Third Army, which actually relied heavily on Landy's equipment. They would also use British Universal Carriers. Valentine tanks were also a fairly popular tank with those units as well there, as a fun side note. Sturmpionier charging units that pushing them back here. Scout car rolling forwards here for Orangepest, equipped with a 50 cal in the front and a 30 cal in the rear. They also used Harley Davidson pikes, which I find that was always a bit fascinating. But anyways, Sturmpionier around here with the Kubelwagen. Note, of course, the way here that Orangepest is engaging, he's not charging straight at the Sturmpionier, except with the Kubelwagen, or Scout car there. He's trying to play around here, trying to make some progress that is much easier. So that's very smart play there by Orangepest. Always, I think, a keen tip there to keep in mind. He's, in fact, pushing it with the most of his more combat forces, leaving units to grab points elsewhere. Sharp play there by Orangepest. He's also made fairly good progress in the south, but obviously, with German resistance now at present, he can't really push any further. Raketenwerfer of Kerr here, in response to the scout here, the M3A1. The 2nd penal squad here for Orangepest, getting the full grenadiers, though without further support, I think the scout car's going to have to fall back in the face of 2 full grenadier squads. Hitting the munitions point there, basically to cut off the fuel point. Sharp there as well. Scout car falling back for some needed repairs. 2nd penal squad ready. South engineers will have to fall back soon here as Kerr's full grenadiers on the prowl. We got the Raketenwerfer ready there. It's a fun side note. The Raketenwerfer was basically sort of a side branch of what happened after the Germans captured the bazooka and was developing into the Panzerstrike. They kind of sort of went, okay, we could either do this as a handheld weapon like the bazooka, or we could try like an anti-tank gun. And the Raketenwerfer was basically designed as this, well, anti-tank gun Panzerstrike. It had better range and more accuracy, but it turns out just the Panzerstrike was just much better because it was just much easier to haul around for the infantry. It was just much more practical. Thus, the Raketenwerfer was never really built in any larger numbers. That's a fun side note there. We got the scout car ready here for Orangepest. Fixed up again, flamethrower engineers here. 3rd penal squad for Orangepest. So it's going to try and hit the flank here of Kerr. Truck on the way there. Okay, now they've been called to the front line. And eventually, Panzerstreiks will all start slowly supplanting like regular anti-tank guns in the German army. To a degree anyways, like, you know, newer Volksgun division, for example, will basically have replaced most of the anti-tank gun units with Panzerstreik teams, for example. Simply because, well, logistically, Panzerstreiks are just much easier to deal with than anti-tank guns. So, straight out the Sturmpionier and the Volksgun DC, Pims catching up as well there. Quick retreat there from Kerr. Kubelwagen was in use in the west, quickly dropping Dimitri there like a sack of rotten potatoes. Also, there's the Strafbad here, going to charge from the Scout, but there's a Raketenwerfer nearby. Could try and rush it, but note here, of course, Kerr in this regard, I'm not so sure this is intentional with this kind of combo, but he's got the mine practically behind Raketenwerfer, so if Orangepest were to try and rush it with a Scout, he'd likely hit the mine. And again, I don't know if this was intentional, but that's pretty smart if it was though by Kerr. But again, hard to say if it was. But if it was, that was pretty damn smart though. Obviously also some risks involved, but, you know. It's a neat thing though. Kampfgruppe hat put up there for Kerr 1 for 1 and the German army in the center got full being attacked with a Strafbat. The S-54 semi-automatic rifles there, routing the Volksgrenadier here. As Orangepest rushes ahead, they're getting hauled back further. Up north here, Kuhwagen using the point here. Scout car fixed up again here for Orangepest. Reinforced there, healing on the way. No tech yet here further. And of course, worth noting, neither player has yet to really commit to commander here. So we'll have to see what they actually commit to. Always push for the co-op on there. Smart Orangepest hits the fuel point, denies pushes fuel for Kerr. Thumbs up there to Orangepest, grabbing the center victory point. Scout car heading northwards. Close to Veteran 1, then the M3A1. Then we shoot, they're looking to break down the wall there, and there we go up north, striking a few defenseless Volksgrenadiers against the scout car, and sends them running back to base quickly. Smart reaction there, I think, by Kerr. What about ground in the territory? Advancing through the center here. Kuhwagen sending in here for the German army. Back at base, nothing further happening for Orangepest. Still no commander here picked for either player. Both are certainly a bit hesitant here. We also got the Panthers unlocked. They're finally alongside now the influence or the assault rifle upgrade there. Sturmpionier charging the penal troopers there. Gonna have to fall back quickly soon there. They're already taking too much damage. There's no heavy cover for the penal troopers, so they're pretty much like dead meat out there. And like it's just a question of how much manpower is Orangepest at that stage willing to throw away. Sandbags up there, smart play. Reinforcement healing there. Still no tech there for Orangepest. Engineers being charged with the Kugelwagen, looking to make it difficult here for Orangepest to get that southern nations point. Of course, get some damage in the process. Up north here, Scout car against strikes here. Panthers this time impacts with the Scout car, causing a fair bit of damage there. Look at the shoots, almost hits it, but the shot is narrowly off the mark there. Saving Orangepest Scout car, and the second rocket just completely misses the mark. Close call there though for Orangepest and the Red Army. I'm sure the crew and the occupants are quite happy that second rocket and third rocket missed. MG-34 for Kerr 1 for 1 and the 1st Panzer Division. Northern point being grabbed here by the Sturmpionier. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be taken care for Orangepest, the Tanko V Battalion Command. And then the follow-up question will then move straight for the mechanized armor company. We'll be seeing, say, a light tank on anti-aircraft tower track. He does have fan map munitions floating about there. How's manpower? Got the MG-34 team ready here for Kerr. Up north, we've got the Sturmpionier about, but they're about to head for the Scout car. And no Panzerschreck here for the Sturmpionier. Could be a very good addition here versus the Scout car for sure. In the center, a bit of sandbags up here. There you go, MG-34 team being hauled forwards. Punims are catching the Fultons here, but not exactly great position to be in first place. They weren't fully reinforced either. Up north, they're pumping seas with engineers. Scout car falling back here. Half-A veterans here one. And the Tanko BB-10 command that's right around the corner could go for the T7 here and start hitting back hard at Kerr 1 for 1. At least hit harder. Not like just Orangepest is lightly slapping Kerr here. There we go. T7 light tank there for Orangepest. Very much expected there. Also pursuing the Strafbat there. Up north, and uses the Volksgrenadier and attempt to push for the car pump. You can see this quickly blocked here by the Orangepest Strafbat. Very solid there. You could consider some mines around here to help make it harder for Kerr to like harass these points. Both move they can, that's going to be retreated because the penal squad can now focus on them, even with support of the nearby Volksgrenadier squad, though that arguably does change it up a bit. Saddle charge here, but this could actually backfire on Orangepest. Just push them out there towards the path here of the engineers and could then score a wipe here on Orangepest. So yeah, good wipe there for Kerr. Didn't get the Scout car, but removing an engineer squad with a flamethrower is a pretty big win there for Kerr. Well, it's pretty, you know, decent win. Need to be careful that the Sturmpionier squad, another trot on the way there. T7 ready here though for Orangepest and the Red Army. Both players though still without a commander here picked. Eine Kommandant. And the South Indians pushing forwards, and there you go. Orangepest here with the first one picked. It is Urban Defence. Forward headquarters, light anti-tank guns, shock troopers, booby traps, and the KV-2. I think he just popped the saddle charge just to remove the sandbags. extreme prejudice against sandbags from Orangepest. Remember, comrades, sandbags are a tool of capitalist and fascist oppression of the proletariat. Down with all sandbags! Why? Quiet, class traitor! Always like this, Dimitri. So I'll charge off here, blowing up out the wall as well. Marching off, they're killing Boris and Yevgeny. Up north here, again with the ready. T7 goes straight for the foot, going to get panda fasted, and could then get hit by the Kenman. That's going to be quite painful there for Orangepest. We lose the T70 here. Good chance, in fact. It's going to be very difficult for the T7 to escape. Oh, unless, of course, the Kenman for Gunner there is a bit cross-eyed and misses. Second rocket, though, does go through, but now we got the Scout Crash on the Kenman here, and Kerr will have to treat the Kenman. So, fairly lucky there for Orangepest. Fairly lucky. As for Kerr here, straight up 100 quarters going to go up. Still no commander from him. And a sniper here for Orangepest. Bit of a light pick here. Relatively. Certainly could give Kerr there a bit of a headache. And we got the Schwere Panzer quarters to go up in his base. He was clearly considering setting up closer here, but decided, you know what? Let's set it up with so anti-tank guns can't easily reach it. That said, we do have, of course, urban defense, but we've yet to actually see anything out of it. No shock troopers, no anti-tank guns. Well, there's not really a lot of room for a forward headquarters to be set up. We could set up some booby traps, though. Some booby traps could be quite handy here for Orangepest versus Kurt. Sandbags in the center, and we do get a commander now. It is Scavenge with Thorough Salvage, Flak Panzer for Ostvens, Jaeger Light Infantry Recon Squads, Infiltration Tactics, and the Honeyfam House of Barrage. Definitely not your common all-block commander-based commander, but it is certainly one of the more interesting ones with the Grenade Assault and the Ostwind combo. And there we go, he's rushing out the Ostwind. This could very well blindside Orangepest, but of course is not expecting an Ostwind rush. He doesn't have any anti-tank guns, no anti-tank rifles, so the Ostwind right now is going to hit him like a brick, you know, through a window. Grenade Assault here as well, they're almost taking out the entire penalty squad. Though, of course, if Orangepest, of course, is a sharp thinker, he could realize this means Scavenge, and this could then mean an Ostwind rush. Maybe, but there you go. Still, getting a wipe like that is huge, and really just some amazing value here for this ability, which again costs 20 munitions. It has a massive cooldown, but like, you know, can allow your forces to chuck 5 grenades, which, as you might notice, can in the right circumstances score your wipes. That was a pretty big blow here to Orangepest, since he lost a pretty expensive infantry unit at 290 manpower to, like, you know, 20 munitions. That's pretty good, or pretty bad, depending on our perspective. And we have the Ostwind Fear Flak Panzer out here. A Flak Panzer for the Ostwind. Sniper there caught, 2 kills. We'll, of course, have to see how he responds to the arrival there of the Flak Panzer. He does have a line to tank it out and have the M42. Which was primarily used in defensive formations known as fortified regions to hold off German offensives and counterattacks. The basement set up to cover the fire to the flanks there of German armor. Second one called in here. A Kimberlander going in the T70. Definitely a bit of a toss pot here. The Orangepest and caught in. Even these two, the Ostwind, is going to be a massive headache for him. Seemingly chance to lose the T79 to the Flak Panzer possibly here, or at least the Pantherfaust for the rear. There we go, almost got it. And of course he has no snares, so the Ostwind can get a bit more aggressive inside of Orangepest base here, because that's where, like, his tank getting stuck up. There we go. Got the T70 here. A hell of a blow there to Orangepest. And a significant win here for Kerr. On top of the, you know, white there, he's now destroyed his opponent's light tank. That is quite an uncomfortable position here for Orangepest to be in, though. That said, he's actually been able to get a lot of territory in the south, though, so thumbs up to Orangepest. Really good map control here. Good tactical and spatial awareness. Teams at the centre flank like Kedman for Flak Panzer. There's going to flank the penal troops there, imagine, with its third terminal flak. Fun fact, there's actually a total of 3 different Flak Panzers made off the Pantherford chassis. The Ostwind was the last model. You had the Wirbelwind before that, and before that you had the Möbelwagen, which was a bit of a unique concept. You could either have a first one a gun or the flak feeling, but then the sides of the turret would then drop down to deal with ground targets. So, fun fact there. Flak Panzer, even the penal troops there up north, the Obersoldaten pushed back the light anti-tank, and then of course adding Obersoldaten certainly only complicates Orangepest's current situation. He's still down to 2 infantry squads, his opponent's up to 5. on top of the flak panzer here. We'll have to see again what Orangepest intend to do. Echelon 6 maybe? He's caught up with a flak panzer. There you go. Line sticking up on the Ostwind. Good shot there for the sidearm in the southeast. Scout car going for the Kubelwagen here. Looking to gain some damage and crucially mess here with his opponent's fuel economy. Thumbs up there to Orangepest. Keeping the bigger picture in mind there, even as Kurt is looking to frustrate him as much as possible. Some incredibly solid play there by Orangepest up north here, routing the Obersoldaten. Shock troopers out here. Sign of confidence there from Orangepest, clearly. We also got some anti-tank rifles out now to help deal with the Ostwind. So what will Kurt go for next Panther 4, or will he surprise us with a second Ostwind? Will he try and go for a Panther Yak Panzer here? No Jaegers though, which is actually fairly interesting. So that typically tends to be like, you know, one of the prime reasons to go for a commander like this is the Jaeger Light Infantry Recon Squad. But interesting enough, is not bothering in the south there. Hitting on mine. Friedrich, they're dead. And there goes Shock was caught with the flak panzer. Their body armor, of course, is pretty much useless against a 37mm anti-aircraft gun.
Anti-tank rockets on the field.
Anti-tank in there for moving forwards. Flares off. Thumbs up to Orangepest. And another flak panzer. Kerr is feeling very confident. They can just win the game here, I think, with 2 flak panzers. And certainly a good push with 2 flak panzers at the right angle could possibly leave Orangepest in a really, really bad place. And I'm not talking an NKVD basement outside of Moscow. Though he could end up there afterwards. If that works out, the double Ostwind attack against them. Shocked him on the center. We got forces dug in, but there goes Starfire kills. 1 poor salt there. Following up with the grenade here. Flak Panzer falling back there. It's already veterans 1 with 8 kills. Second Flak Panzer is right around the corner. But yeah, double Flak Panzer is very rare. And that's talking Wehrmacht. In the Oberkommando West, that's even rarer. In fact, I could probably count on one hand the times I've seen double flak panzers from the Oberkommando West over the years. So, you know, that's really rare. Picks up the flak panzer here, though. Orbs and they're getting sniped here. We got 12 kills, almost ready to do another sniper. Sandbags right there with the anti-tank gun. 2 flak panzers, though. If you can line up a good attack here, definitely I think could break Orangepest. The trick, of course, is find the right angle to attack from and setting it all up. Certainly the ambush anti-tank guns might make it a bit harder to find that optimal angle, but there you go, he's going for it. First flak panzer leading, charging straight in there. Catching the scout car here, second flak panzer around there, going to take a crew there, caught in a really, really bad spot. We got Shocked with the Pumas moving on the flank here. Almost got one the anti-tank guns here, but the anti-tank rifle squad I think is going to force him to divert his attention. But there you go. Double flak panzers firing those definitely is a cause for a very quick retreat. Or to become mincemeat. 11 and 4 kills there, engaging the other troops there. Sturm Punic keeping close nearby with the Panzerwreck here. What will Orangepest do to get out of this pretty sticky situation? And out of Barrier's grasp. Okay, mechanized armor company up there. Could see a T-34 from 6 on HD5. That could definitely help out Orangepest here. Jocks was in, caught with the flak panzers, quickly routed. Surprisingly, not a single kill there. That was really lucky there for Orangepest. You can just heal up the damage instead of having to use manpower. And there you go, T-34 from 6 here. And certainly, right now, as Kurt's disposition his forces, the T-34 could actually cause them some harm here because there's not exactly any concentration anti-tank weapons anywhere. Going in pretty boldly into the base here, going for the anti-tank crew. There you go. Wreaking havoc. The anti-tank crew is just practically melting away here. Almost wiped the entire lot there. Absolutely brutal. Close of 82 on the one flak panzer, close of 82 on the other one. Almost had both fuel points, but the T-34 from 6 around the corner. Could this be the beginning of Orangepest's great counter-assault? Because otherwise, I mean, this could end up being GG because he's got his back against the wall there. You can smell the bratwurst breathy of Kerr 141. So there you go. T-34 some success for Orangepest and the Red Army. Grabbing northern point, he's trying to. Just pulling up the Osprey there. Do have Patrick like here, but still, the Osprey in particular is actually isolated a bit from the rest of the forces, but looks like here the damage have suffered to the T-34 is enough to cause Orangepest to break off, which honestly makes a lot of sense. Double anti-tanks doing some damage here to the Osprey. Quick turn to the other one here. So we got 373 to 349. We got the Obersoldaten and the Volksmarine looking to hit Orangepest center here. Trying to hit the Osprey for the anti-tankers meanwhile. Satchel charge off, hit grenade assault, but oh! That was really close there, honestly. That was super risky anti-tank grenade. Oh, grenade off here. On the anti-tank gun, they almost cleared it out. The Osprey versus the anti-tank gun, they're doing some heavy damage. Close to there, go. Virtually to achieved on the Osprey flak panzer. Clearing out the crew then. Excellent kill here for Kerr. A definitely nasty blow there to Orangepest. He's quickly crewing the anti-tank gun with penal tubes calling in a third line to tank gun. Penal tubes trying to hold off against this, so we got South charge off in the Kettenwerfer. Close to wipe here and gets the Kettenwerfer. Almost got the flak panzer. Still Peony making a run here for the Kettenwerfer. Didn't get it. Neither did he get the Osprey. Shocked with the pushing forwards here. Scout car rolling in with its 50 cal. Vetchney free. Ace level. T-34 from 6 in dying repairs, but so is both of Kerr's Ospreys. What we go for next, Panther 4s? More Ospreys? I think the T-34s out there. A third Osprey might be a bit much here. .22 kills here on Orangepest Sniper. Anti-tankers back here. T-34 from 6 still need repairs. Wondering if the engineers forgot about it. So, comrades, you there? Comrades, the engine's on fire. And I'm not liking the sound these shells are making. They're not supposed to make sounds, are they? Yet. Oh, yet. Fixing up the flak panzers. Oh dear, he's even adding the repair kits to the Volksgrenadiers. Wow, you do not see that one very often, but it does allow him to expedite the repairs in the Austrians further. Crikey. That's also a times I can count on one hand I've seen that one. In fact, that might be the first time I've actually seen someone make use of that. Probably not, actually, but at least I can remember. So what Orangepest go for next? Another T-34 from 6 would honestly make a lot of sense. He could also be super bold and try and go for the KV-2. He's got like 3 line to tank guns. He's on the hand really short on infantry in there who's now going for conscripts. He's going for the more cost-efficient alternative. Anti-tank robs up in the other squad. Black Pounds on the prowl here and there go around the shock troopers. 344 to 330. Pretty close in terms of victory points. Scout car could do some repairs there. Conscripts are ready. 7-man upgrade on the way there. Lions in there firing to the side arm. The Black Pants, a few anti-tank rob shops they go through as well. Defense one once more. Bigger push in the south here from Kern's Volksgrenadier, backed up by Kettenwerfer and machine gun, and a flak panzer not been committed here. Bit of skirmishing around the centre. Could try and flank from north and hit the Kerr from this angle. Don't think he'd be prepared and expecting that. And we do get a Panther 4 now here for Kerr 141, the Panzerkampfwagen 4 aus von Jod. Straight into the MD-34 with the conscripts. Flak Pants ultimately to further exploit this situation and maybe get some kills in. There we go. Other Flak Panther coming up flank here against the shock troopers. Now moving there to tank rock plane coming fire here, but the shock troopers are just being absolutely ripped apart here. There you go. Going for the Osprey. Getting some damage in, but like Kettenwerfer here Plus the Panther fast falls back. The T-34 from 6. Panther falls almost down here. Peeled was routed. Anti-tank's about to get flanked here with a grenade assault here. Kerr shows no mercy against Orangepest here. Might even be possible. He hates the color orange. So here against the anti-tank, and they're going for the crew in a flurry of violence here. But there you go. Other two tanks bring out an ambush here and starts hanging away there at Kerr 1-for-1's flak. Panzer almost got it. Could they finish off? No. In fact, we now got an artillery strike on the anti-tankers, further disrupting here. Orangepest defenses running for the anti-tank gun. Peel's with running carrying fire. Could they get close enough to pop a satchel there on the Ostman? Maybe, and there you go. As soon as you cruise it, it gets annihilated. Panther 4 charging on the anti-tank gun. Sniper retreating here. It is chaos. It is pandemonium. Orangepest here fervently trying to attack the German attackers as Kerr just goes in for the kill there. Flak Panzer, half-health penal troopers trying to get close enough to pop up a satchel, but they're not. But still, they're pushing it back here with their anti-tank rifles. Flak Panzer, though, is very close to Veteran Fleet. Brutal engagement here. Orangepest narrowly, very narrowly held. At this stage, it does look like your Orangepest will be trying for the KV-2 heavy tank. Good thing Kerr's got the photos of the repair kits to help repair. It's that I'd have to get more Sturmpionier to do the job then. That many photos on top of the Sturmpionier. He can, like, as you can see, this pretty quickly repair his tanks, so there's very little downtime. He's only like using frontline troops for the repairs. Again, he probably just ends up saving more time long term, just fixing up the tanks, which then of course means the tanks can more quickly support the infantry anyways, which overall serves Kerr better here. In the center, MD-34 fending off the Soda Assault here. We got the shock troops riding again here. Could see a grenade here, yes indeed, just a regular RG-42 grenade. There we go, could wipe here, orange, or Kerr's machine, and there we go. Flak Panther to the rescue, gaining Veteran 2 as well there. Meanwhile, the other one is still very close to Veteran Fleet. North here grabbing some points here and there. Sniper kill on the opposite side. 34 kills and Veteran 3. Got the point there. Pushed back with the M34. Flak Panzers are good to go once more for Deutschland. Orangepest meanwhile getting close in terms of fuel, but manpower wise things are a bit more awkward there for Orangepest. Will have to preserve his manpower a bit more cautiously here if he wants that KV-2 out anytime soon. So that does create a bit of a challenge here for him. In particular in the face of 2 Ostman, which is, can in return, quite efficiently beat out his infantry, so. Bit of a tight, awkward spot there. We got 10 versus 3 and 30, pretty close there in terms of victory points. Sniper keeps killing, 35. Looks like here Kerr's looking to attack Orangepest from the south of larger armored flank here. Was leading the way here, grenade assault here, shots have been caught with the anti-tank guns. Got the anti-tank troops here pushing back here. Kerr's flak panzers not willing to risk that much fire here, incoming in his Ostwins. Makes sense. There we go, Panzer shaking the T-34 from 6, not enough opposite to do any significant damage. Flak Panzer on the move again, backed up the Ostwind, or the Panther 4, and the good punching of his troops. There you go, people not being caught out there with the Flak Panzers, taking heavy damage here, but there goes Satchel Charge going to go off here on the Flak Panzer, does gain HP, heavy fire, there you go, force retreat here, anti-tank rifles dropped. A Veteran 3 Flak Panzer is a really dangerous element because of its high rate of fire, but there you go, pathing messes up here, and causes it to spin around on the spot there, Aiden. Monumentally frustrating moment, I imagine, there for Kerr. Certainly hate it when it happens myself, that instead of retreating, they just spin on the spot. Costing him his Veggie for the Ostman, now he lost the Panther 4, well, those are some pretty significant blows to Kerr, and a huge relief here for Orangepest versus Kerr. Particularly since he's about to hit him with the KV-2, and Kerr, just lost a fat chunk of his arm. Oh, Satchel Charge on the Ostman, he's not paying attention! Damaging the engine of the Flak Panzer! Now we got the KV-2 heavy tank out there, and the Ostman's going to have a hell of a time getting back here. This is great for Orangepest, though. Kerr still maintains a good chunk of the map here for now. So what will Kerr do next? North here, Rakevin trying to get that T-34 from 6 at the commission, and Rakevin needs to get out here. There we go, KV-2 engages, kills Helmut there. No response from Kerr yet to this. Okay, there we go. Panzerkampfwagen 5 here for Kerr, aka the Panther. KV-2 rather persistently somehow misses the flak panzer there. Is exceedingly lucky for Kerr, but I imagine at some point his luck is going to run in there. Go KV2 nails it this time around. Panzer team falls moving up here. Black Panther's like going to go down the next shot. No, missed again. That is impressive luck here for Kerr. But there you go, ran out of luck there. SS Flak Panzer was ripped apart by the KV2 there. Probably should have just hold fire then, because I think it was the fact it was firing where the KV2, the Galewait's position at Orangepest. So, bit of something there to keep out for the future. Shock retreat in the south here. Panther almost on it for Kerr 1-for-1 and the German army. Mine's going off in the south. There you go, Panther out. Panzerkampfwagen 5, Ausführung A. Got the KV2 there bombarding with the 252mm gun.
The enemy has 300 points remaining. Combat engineers are standing by.
Panther there looking to snap something but doesn't quite catch it. Orbs on the conscripts, pushing them back. Sturmpeter was light into tank and KV2 moving forwards. Impulse at the KV2 with the Panther. And only 2 light into tank guns and some anti-tank rifle. It could be a bit tough there for Orangepest to stop the Panther easily. Apparently the fact of the anti-tank guns is enough here to cause Kerr to be a bit more cautious with this Panther, at least for now, but it may not last forever. Cannons have been caught here, pushed back. T-Fed Force from 6 also got to go for Orangepest. We got 268 versus 301, still close, but now with a more noticeable lead here for Orangepest. Shock was pushing it backed up by anti-tank guns.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our
So what will Kerr's next move be here versus Orangepest? What will he try to do to turn this around? Another bounce there from line to take it off the Panther's frontal armor. Further up north here, the Academy of a Cruise about to have a really bad day as the T-Fed Force from 6 goes straight for the jugular there. Last backed up appealing from the centre, we got the Panther wing about there, troops reinforcing healing, and the south point being claimed there by the German army. Heading northwards with Panther, noting no pinball machine gun. Could be setting up primary missions for the howitzer, but also the infiltration tactics here, so I suppose in that kind of light there, it does make sense. Doesn't go for the machine gun, but even there, I think a Panther machine gun just adds a good chunk of damage there. KV2 good to go again here for Orangepest, having suffered some damage earlier. Pushing the center, we got lone control holding up, but they cover pretty much evaporates before their very eyes. KV2 getting the orbital and shoots, misses. Tank falling back there. Panther holding back here, shoot at the pin-mounted machine gun, obviously. We'll have to do this next. Maybe Jagdpanther up deal with the KV2, maybe another Panther 4. Could go for Osvins. Have to see what exactly Kerr's planning here versus Orangepest. Got another Chem planning a hit on the Panther, or something else, I don't know. In the south, the Troopers caught with the Shock Troopers. Just sounded for some reason in my mind like a Academy, but that's probably the Panther take from the Sturmpeter, which then fire at the same time as line to tank gun, and somehow my brain just messed that up. That is fantastic. Anyways, Panther there, of course, could do some repairs, but I think also some better tactics here for Kerr would go a long way. He is caught by the enemy 4 here, grabbing the north point there, back here, reinforcing healing for Kerr. Another sniper for Orangepest. Attrition is his name, attrition is his game. Orangepest is his name, technically, but who knows? Maybe in his language it does mean attrition.
enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
KV2 the bombarding away here. Panther going for the T-34 from 6 Panther off here. And thanks to the fact that the Panther causing chrome shots to the KV2 the bombarding the opposite as they push forward. See, shot bounces off the KV2's heavy armor. Panther bounces as well, that's pretty lucky there for Orangepest. The kid never finally gets a shot through. More damage here, bomb grenades off, they're pushing back some of Orangepest troops. Will he keep up the pursuit of the KV2, or will Kerr play it a bit more safe? No, it looks like he does keep up the pursuit here, though it is starting to get a bit more risky. Anti-tank firing away, that does cause them pull back. In the south here, flank up here by the conscripts. Further south front reclaimed there for Orangepest and the Red Army. Big 2-point lead remains favoured for Orangepest, but it's starting to grow larger. Strafe by advance in the centre. Make it reinforcing healing. Scout car rolling out. Almost got the scout car, there we go. Pop goes the Weasel as an 88 mil rocket sets off the engine and all the fuel within. Hasn't bothered with that anti-tank rifle. Panther there being fixed up. Less than 200 points left here for Kerr versus Orangepest. Orangepest is getting plenty of time to reinforce here, which is definitely something Kerr should be giving him. Also think at this point Kerr really should reconsider his tactics. He's relying, I think, too much just on assault, but crucially he's doing so for that smoke streams, which make them much easier for Orangepest to deal with. It's like either needs to go for like infantry gun for some smoke deployment, or it's going to need to like start changing up his tactics overall here versus Orangepest. He wants to like think have a more reasonable chance of winning. In the south here, they're running to that sniper. In the further south here, all of a sudden there's the shock troopers here. Sturmpione moving in a concussive grenade around here would be pretty handy, but no. Instead we just get a regular grenade from the shock troopers, killing Heinz. 170 versus 294. Sandbags getting bombarded. KV2 good to go again here for Orangepest. Got the grenade assault again here. Getting some damage, but nothing too heavy either here against Orangepest this round. No wipes. There you go. KV2 and the T-54 there completely obliterates one of Kerr's Volkswagen squads, leaving just with one left, plus the Sturmpione on the other side. So he's in fact down to 3 squads of infantry. Orangepest also has 3 there, so they can't equal now here. Panther push back, taking heavy damage here from Orangepest and the Red Army. We got 153 versus 294. There really needs to be, I think, a change in tactics from Kerr. And we got a schwer Wehrmacht level for the mechanized regiment. But the question is, if he's playing for the King Tiger, is it really going to be worth it? And I think the answer to that is going to be no. In part because of the victory point disparity, but also that the King Tiger really help him out that much by the time he gets it out. So I think that could be a mistake there by Kerr if he's planning to go for the mechanized regiment for the King Tiger. But the tricky part is we don't actually know that at the moment. We do not know. First punitive squad at the active puts Orangepest now to 4 squads versus opponents 3. Very good. There, the Kevin was punching holes in the KV2 heavy tank there. Mines up, sandbags as well. They're very good. Taking advantage of the time his cuts just fortifies territory. Thumbs up to that. Something I think Kerr didn't quite do as much here compared to Orangepest. I mean, it's obviously not to say he didn't do it at all, but I think compared to Orangepest there might have been a few missing elements there, mostly mines. Bringing in the infantry full here. Panther sends the shock troopers scurrying away. We've got the sniper there with, well, a death warrant on their head, most likely here, unless Orangepest gets very lucky, which apparently he does. Kerr does not move in with the Panther to finish off the sniper. Probably gotten the wipe if he had upgraded the Panther with a pinlock machine gun sooner. Well, a lot of players tend not to think much of it, but I think it's a pretty good upgrade to have. He's also just floating a lot of munitions here as Orangepest. As for Orangepest, you know, attack for here could also be an ideal go for a deeper flank here instead of just attacking right into the center of Kerr's forces. T-54 snaps away there close to the ace level, and we got a Jaeger squad out now here for Kerr. That is a really late Jaeger squad, for that matter. That is his first Jaeger squad. That's definitely a bit of an interesting one there. Up on them being hit. Mechanized regiment almost got to have a Kerr, but one really has to wonder if it's going to help him a lot here. Line taking the fine where we got Savcharge off here. Hoping to kill some advancing Germans, not quite landing it. KV2 there is good to go now here for Orangepest and the Red Army. And set up the right position. It could really frustrate Kerr's advance and just threaten wipes here. I mean, fact set up here could probably just start bombarding here and cause Kerr any massive amount of grief there. Go direct hit, gaining vector 2 there. Panther gaining vector 2 1. Anti-tank trying to deal with the advancing Panther here. Shots bouncing off the Panther's frontal armor. Fair lucky there for Orangepest there. Go rigs or sidearm exposed. The artillery called in the anti-tank guns. Whoop chap goes off there, killing Peter. Massive artillery strike off here from Kerr, but ends up not really doing too much here as Orangepest ends up not doing too much. There we go, Kerr surrenders, loss here for the German army, victory for the Red Army. A fierce fight here, was mentioning elements here and there, but ultimately I think Kerr was betrayed a bit by his tactics. Again, he relied I think too much on head-on attacks. After a certain point, should have relied more on maneuver, and at least should also go in for some light infantry guns for some smoke there. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Pro Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.